In the wake of Nawaz Sharif's return, the World Bank has now reported an increase in poverty in Pakistan during the previous year due to the soaring food and energy prices, labour market challenges and flood-related issues. Last year's floods, remember, caused significant damages to public infrastructure, including schools and clinics, and led to children being withdrawn from schools, which is, of course, hit the human developmental outcomes. My colleague Ajay Jandial is back with us. Ajay, the poverty index in Pakistan is rising. We know that there is an economic crisis. We know that there is a food crisis. And we know that there is a political crisis. No solutions seem imminent.
Yes, Rishabh, and after Nawaz Sharif came, and this report also came, so that indicates that in the coming time, the political crisis is going to be increased in Pakistan. And we are continuously reporting and showing that how people are crying in Pakistan, and especially because of the inflation. We have seen that they were facing the shortage of, power as well, and people were dying for the food. They were killed for the food, be it over there in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. But there were a number of, protests which basically was taking place in Pakistan. And yesterday this report came, and that indicates that for last 1 year, how people basically have suffered a lot. And the situation remained the same. But the thing is that Pakistan don't want to, put efforts to, bring people out of this crisis, food crisis or power crisis. They are just trying to invest, on the terrorism, and they are continuously trying to spread terrorism all over the world, including India. But because of we are the people, those who have suffered a lot, so that's why we
too much time spent doing things other than the development of the people of the country, and you see the marked difference. India is about to become the world's third largest economy, and as per the World Bank details which were revealed last month itself, 40% of Pakistan is now below the international poverty line. Professor Madhav Nalapat, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, also joining us. Professor Nalapat, I know statistics only tell part of the story, but there is an economic crisis, there is a political crisis, there is a terrorism crisis, there is an inflation crisis, and it's beginning to bite the ordinary people of Pakistan.
Well, the fact is that when you have a system controlled by the military, by the generals, the people of Pakistan don't matter. The fact is that elections, almost all the elections in Pakistan have basically been rigged by the military, or if the military finds results not to its liking, it very quickly changes the Prime Minister and the entire cabinet. The present cabinet, for example, is functioning courtesy of the Pakistan military. Now, whether it's in the Pakistan military, whether it is in the political class, you have a small elite of people who are not bothered about what happens in Pakistan. They spend a lot of their time abroad, London, New York, locations like that. They have houses there. Nawaz Sharif, for example, spent years abroad. What would have been the expense of a single day in London? You know, Rishabh, London's a very expensive place to be, even for a few hours. And what would be a situation for months and years? Well, that is the wealth of the Sharif family, which is today the dominant family in Pakistan politics. The Zardari family is no less when it comes to having money externally. So this is the problem. The problem is that the rulers of Pakistan don't care for the people of Pakistan, and what you're seeing is a consequence of that. Unless you have people at the top who care for those at the lower levels of society, who work for the benefit of those at the lower levels of society, you are going to see this inevitable rise in the number of people in poverty, and you're going to see the economic stagnation that is there in Pakistan. The more terrorism and terror are encouraged, the more, frankly, economic growth.
Yeah, and after a point, Professor, bailout after bailout only gets you so far, and the problem seems to be that there is no one with fresh ideas. Nawaz Sharif is back, Imran Khan is still there, the army is still there, so it's all the same players who've been at it for decades and decades and decades who are the cause of the crisis, and no change seems to be happening. Troubles ahead. Economic collapse is an unpleasant thing, very unpleasant thing, and it's happening.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.